Payday Abroad is an audio-only experience. Feel free to sit back, relax, and enjoy. Servus und willkommen. Welcome to another edition of Payday Abroad. This episode's German word or phrase of the week, erste Semester, or in English, first semester. So it's been a minute. Yes, I am still alive in case you were worried about that for some reason. Also, by the way, I think this is the new episode with the new mic. So shout out Kirsten Bays for that. We love it. I apologize for the lack of uploads in the last couple months. I'm not going to lie. I've been having the time of my life. I'm very thankful. But I'm also going to admit I've been stressed out a little bit. The usual grad school stuff, according to my friends. So we got a lot to catch up on and not a lot of time to do it. So the only way out is through. Let's go through what my life has been like the last couple of months. Let's get some housekeeping out of the way. For starters, school, academics, right? Grad school. Quick review. I'm studying sport, culture, and event management here at FH or Fachhochschule Kufstein Tirol in Austria for my master's. And it's a really fun program. But I wasn't exactly ready for it. Yes, I've studied, I'm don't get me wrong, I spent many nights studying my life away, but admittedly the change was a little bit tough. It wasn't like the tests and the assignments that I had a lot like in my bachelor's degree at EIU. So it was a bit of a different experience for sure. But exams are fully finished, and with just one more project to go, the first semester is pretty much wrapped up. And it feels good to be done. One semester down, 3 more to go. Currently, I'm also searching for a job in this wonderful job market, looking for that next great opportunity, right? I'm super excited to potentially find something soon. However, I'm also just excited to start making some money and also just be able to be more productive. I like being a productive individual and just, using my skill set, I guess. I don't know if that skill set's really prevalent, but sure, whatever you call it. Okay, boring stuff. Logistical stuff, that's out of the way. Let's actually talk about why you're here, the whole Austrian experience. Let's start off with the Christmas season. For those of you that have kept up with the series, you know that I've been blessed with an incredibly wonderful community over here. Friends, students, colleagues alike. I have felt a sense of appreciation and celebration every time that I'm in spaces with these unique and truly dazzling people, these spectacular individuals who have formed the pillars of a brilliant and uplifting community. In celebration of this camaraderie in our built team, our class hosted a potluck in which people brought different foods from their home countries. It was a bountiful feast, full of joy and laughter, and to be honest with you, full stomachs. If you're curious as to if I made something, yes, you're damn right I did. I made a true Illinois classic, the horseshoe. Burger on toast with a pile of fries and cheese sauce. It was pretty, I'm gonna flex, it was pretty good. But I gotta admit, the horseshoe was far from the most impressive dish there. After the potluck, many students went home or traveled around for Christmas break. Luckily, I was able to do a bit of the same. Before I had come to Kufstein, I spoke with my mom about how it was going to be kind of interesting celebrating Christmas for the first time without my family around. I thought I was going to be just here, alone. And then she responded that that would not be the case. So, flights got booked, hotels were reserved, and Christmas break was had. She and I were going to do our own little tour of Austria. We were calling it Baron von Trapt. That's a Sound of Music reference. The hills were alive, blah, 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 blah. Our expedition began in the city of Innsbruck. This impressive city is flanked by towering mountains, and it's a charming piece of civilization that is a testament to the Habsburgs and their desire to bring their regal Viennese standards to a destination that demands adventure. Highlights of our Innsbruck trip include being on the top of a literal mountain, that was awesome, doing some sledding, seeing a royal palace, and of course enjoying the hot wine at the Christmas markets. From Innsbruck, we then headed to my little hometown, Kufstein. My mother and I viewed the city from the top of the fortress for which Kufstein is so popular. From there, we went to the Christmas markets once again, where I'm grateful that my mother got to meet some of my many dope and incredible friends that I've luckily made over here. From there, took a pit stop in Linz, typically associated as an industrial city with a unfortunate title of Linz stinks. Linz is typically overlooked when it comes to your Austrian tourist destinations, right? It's not exactly a big skiing hub, and it doesn't have the allure of a place like Vienna and whatnot. However, the city boasts a very, very interesting cultural identity and actually has a lot to offer. For starters, the city boasts the largest cathedral in the country. A visit to this cathedral highlights classic Gothic architecture, as the gentle flicker of candlelight is accompanied by the stained glass windows that cascade almost into the sky itself. Along with a visit to the cathedral, we had the pleasure of visiting a popular museum in the city, as well as enjoying the sights and sounds of a tucked-away Christmas market that was sponsored by a local brewery. And I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty awesome. After that, it was off to my beloved Vienna. For those of you who've been following the series, especially since its inception a few years ago, you know the drill here, right? Many days were spent in Vienna, this city that radiates magic and life. Beauty and history elegantly danced throughout the streets to the music of Mozart. Stunning palaces with exquisite museums, churches and cathedrals that evoke awe in their massive scale, while their attention to intricate detail remains. Artistic hubs like theaters, music hall, museums, and so on. Vienna offers a modern lens to observe an imperial past. Finally, it was a visit to Salzburg, where a mighty fortress overlooks this mountain city. Christmas markets, well, they were abundant, pretty much everywhere you looked. Festive cheer flowed throughout the Salz River as a joyous atmosphere blanketed the city. From there, unfortunately, my mother departed to Munich as I went back to Kufstein, and we had to mark the end of our trip. However, it was a truly wonderful tour of Austria, full of intrigue and wonder and Christmas festivity. For New Year's, I was blessed by the presence of my sister and her wife, which was really dope. They came down to visit for the night, and we had a lovely dinner. We caught up, we, did a whole lore dump, talked about life, what we've been up to, so on and so forth. A lovely night full of dinner and catch-up chats was then followed by a stellar barrage of fireworks on the bridge as the popped bottles of champagne bid 2025 farewell and welcomed 2026 with open and joyous arms. I then proceeded to stay up way past my bedtime, but we're just gonna ignore that detail. Don't worry about it. It's fine. As we wrap this up, here's a couple quick hitters of some other things that have been going on in my life in the past few months. I've been going to a lot of the local basketball and hockey games, specifically the basketball games, to root for one of my homies who plays for the Kufstein Towers basketball team. Go Towers! We're going up this year. We're getting promoted. It's happening. I'm manifesting it. Also, I'm very thankful for the fact that poetry has found its way into my free time again these last few months. For those of you who have known me for a long time, poetry is one of my favorite forms of expression. I love writing. I love just the rhythmic nature of it, blah, blah, blah. But until the past few months, I haven't really been that into it. So luckily, it has found its way back into my life recently. One more thing. Regrettably, I have to inform you all that the Germans have had the opportunity to get chocolate sauce on their McFlurries this entire time. Basically, here's what happened. I was in a city called Rosenheim in Germany, and one of my buddies, we went to McDonald's and got ice cream, got McFlurries, and there was just an option to get chocolate sauce, and I was like, that's crazy. I didn't know that was a thing. And she was like, wait, really? That's been a thing over here this whole time. Which then followed with me texting my brothers and my sister being like, hey, was this real? And they were like, no. So we missed out on this opportunity and I'm devastated. I have not emotionally recovered from this realization yet, but I think a McFlurry with some chocolate sauce might help. In conclusion, the first semester is coming to a close. The next semester offers unique challenges and exciting opportunities. The avenues for growth beckon me onwards. And the best part of it all? Every step that I take forward into the future, every moment that I learn something new, every chance that I have to make myself better, I can look behind me to see and hear a chorus of support from across the pond before looking to my sides and seeing my friends over here standing with me and cheering me onward. I'm not alone in this adventure of mine. And for that, I'm ever thankful. Thank you, forever and always. Thank you for tuning into this much later than expected edition of PayDay Abroad. If you'd like to support the show, feel free to give this episode a like and share it with your friends. Stay tuned for more episodes in the coming weeks. And until next time, be safe, have fun, and auf Wiedersehen.